Parsons was going to be able to rush the passer as well as he did. You're the only person I've ever seen to ever say that Micah Parsons could be a put his hand down guy. So I need that question answered.
The OC.
And boss, show me. Interesting times, man. And now we know what it is. We know what it is.
Like, we must have got a guard. That's the only thing that would have made him to do that. That's it.
He know.
He know. Because he been watching Twitter, man.
Yeah, we know what it is. So we gonna talk about the reality of what's really going on. Yeah, we know what it is. Trust me. I'll show you.
My reefer with Henny and Coke. Please don't be stingy, got plenty to smoke. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I live. Seem like they doing the most for the clout. Did what I said so they know what I'm about. Show up and act up and back to the crib. I do not stun, I just rap what I do.
Boss, show me.
I will. I do. We got to talk about this ramp up with Micah. It's not his fault. He got to be ramped up slow. Your best player.
Shot it. Fight for, see, that's how to go out. Don't go out, just sit back. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to take Matthew Golden. No, fight for, you wanted physical. You said you wanted physical. Fight for it.
Yep. I had no idea that was going to be the mantra of the season. But that's the mantra of the season. Brian got to fight. We thought it was just a book of fight. Nope.
Oh my God.
Somebody else said
It's
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yes, indeed, man. This could be one of those where I gotta say be the bad guy just a little bit, not too much.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
Just a little bit, not too bad. But I'ma always tell y'all the truth, man. These cuts has exposed some things. These cuts have exposed some things. And it's a chance for the Dallas Cowboys, though. The chance for the Dallas Cowboys will come down to talent. It's gonna come down to talent. That's what it's gonna come down to. It's gonna come down to their ability to get the talent. That's the one thing that we, for the last since 2016, been going for us, and it's been getting better and better. The Dallas Cowboys, because of Will McClay, some people give Jerry the credit for that. I guess you kind of can, because he's the GM, and then he got to delegate it to other people, so it's still under him. But the real brains behind that, the eyes behind that, is Will McClay and his scouting team, if we've been specific. So the reason why I say it's gonna come down to talent, because at this point, to me, it's pretty obvious that the culture of competition that was preached, it's not true. It's not real. It's affected. It's influenced. So one of the number one ways you can clearly see it, in my opinion, is with Izzy. It's kind of simple. You know, it don't take a rocket science to see it. So like, for instance, I'm gonna show you what one of my brothers said on Twitter. And he said, Booth over Izzy is dirty work. Goofy, just poor roster management. And this is what I said on August 10th after the first preseason game, where Booth got cooked, just like you was always seeing him get cooked at the clips on practice. Always. Now, we saw Izzy get cooked by Pickens once, but who you saw consistently cooked last year, this year, every game, he got a pick six. That was his best play. So anybody with common sense, matter of fact, I think I'm gonna do a poll. Let me do a poll. I'm gonna do a live poll. Here we go. Let me create a poll real quick. Y'all be patient. Which player was better? Izzy? Boot. And guess what? I'm gonna only make this because I'm gonna do it for 2 hours, right? So it's not gonna be. I'm gonna do it 3 hours. Matter of fact, let me go 4 hours. All right, which player was better? Watch this. I guarantee this gonna be like 95% Izzy. It's gonna be 95% Izzy. So, and this is what I said. I just looking at the competition coach. I said this on August 10th, right? As I was trying to assess if Brian was walking under difference to Jerry and Steven. Okay. So I said this because we all hopefully was evaluating to see if that culture of competition was going to hold. Most of us hopefully was watching for that and looking for the clues of that. Right? So if you're looking for the clues, you should be seeing the better players or the players that's playing better being rewarded and moved up. That's what you're supposed to see if it's truly about competition, especially when they doing it under the lights. And let me just ask y'all a question real quick. Which player was more versatile by a lot? Which player gave you more depth at corner, safety, and nickel? Israel or Booth? Which one? Just using your common sense. Which one? If you're trying to build a roster, wouldn't you want the taller, longer, more athletic, versatile player who played good in the playoffs? It's not even close. So that's why on August 10th, as I was observing this whole competition thing, I said free Izzy, because remember, that's when he got the interception, and Israel, remember, he posted himself getting that pick. And that's the same game Booth got smoked. So he put the lips up. So when he did that, I said free Izzy. If Izzy not over Booth next preseason, then Brian talk on competition was all talk. Did he start over Booth the next preseason?
Oh, hell no!
And so now we down to the cuts. And then when you look at the cuts, you see what it is. Booth wasn't better than most of these corners that was cut. Booth wasn't better than Keemon Hall. Booth show wasn't better than Israel. So now we know what it is. Now we know. So now we know how to move forward. So now, because I know what it is, same thing my boy Chris 214 said. He said, we cut Izzy but keep Booth? So the culture of competition was just talk. Because remember, I already said, if Izzy is not over Booth, then Brian, talk of competition was all talk. So now the verdict is in, and it's in today. So now we can say exactly what it is. We don't have to guess. We don't have to, try to figure it out. Now we know. The Dallas Cowboys, if they go win a championship, they're going to win it because of talent. So we just need to all know that. And we also need to be prepared to know that the fight against politics continues. You just need to know it. I'm doing this show not necessarily to be the bad guy, but you need to know what you're up against. And just when you know what you're up against, then you can move accordingly.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
You just need to know what you're up against. Let me give you a perfect example. I'm going to give you a good example, and I'm just being honest. I was working for a Fortune 100 company in sales, right? And your top salespeople will usually get associates assigned to them, right? To help them because they was producing way more than the average rep. So I was at that time like top 2 in the region. And so as I'm top 2 in the region, people that was 3, 4, and 5 was getting more resources than me. And so obviously I'm getting ready to negotiate. Like, listen, man, I'm doing more than rep 3, 4, and 5, but they got more help than me, right? Help me so that I can do more. You know what one of them hoe ass bosses said to me? I said, cause I said, Cal Herring, that was the guy's name, the rep that I was beating. I said, he got a sales associate and he got an intern. I don't have either, and I'm still beating him. I just need at least a sales associate. You know what this chump ass manager said to me? Oh, we like him. We like him. So I was like, I ain't even say nothing. And see, I always come back with an objection. He was basically telling me it's personal. We don't like you. See, because that rep was in Dallas. I was in the outskirts of Houston. So he was always in the regional meetings. They, it was a good old boy thing, right? So I just knew what I was up against. I was like, okay. I see how we playing it. So I still had to win. That's what I'm telling y'all the Cowboys gonna have to do. They gonna still have to win this thing. You just need to know what you're up against. We're a political organization and we gotta win this thing with talent. So listen. So hear me out. I'm gonna just tell you the story. It's a trip. So I knew I had to play the game different. So it's about like, So I'm gonna have to get it where it's about money to y'all. It gotta be about your money. It couldn't be about who you like. I had to make it about your money, right? So I had to time it. You had to sit there and go through the unfair treatment. I got a super chat. Shotty can't win trying to overcome the front office while his ops front office work with their coaches. He can win and he got to win, B-Bird. And this is what I mean by that. We can't quit and he can't quit because of the opposition. That's why I'm giving you this story. That's why I'm telling y'all this story. Because I could have quit. I could have been like, oh man, it's favoritism, racism, all the isms. Nah, I was like, I still gotta win. I still gotta win. And a lot of us go through that at our jobs. How many of us know it's all kind of biases at our job and we still gotta find a way to win? We still gotta find a way to get that promotion. We still gotta find a way to get that sale. We still gotta, Because you go against opposition, it don't mean it's over. That's why I'm giving this story. So check this story out. Appreciate the super chat, B-Bird. And it's hard. I admit, B-Bird, it's hard on Brian. It's hard. It's messed up what he going through. It's messed up what we going through as fans. It's horrible. But we can't quit. We can't stop the pressure. We can't stop calling it out. Now, there's a whole lot of other people that's go just ignore it. They don't deal with it. They don't talk about it. They actually co-sign this shit that front office does. They act like front office does nothing, and they attack people that hold them accountable. It's amazing. But you still got to fight back, Cowboy Nation. So let me tell you this story. So I said, oh, so you like him? And you had the nuts to tell me? Okay. I just sat back. I said, all right. Now, this is what I knew. Y'all need me. You regional managers make money based on me helping y'all get y'all regional quotas. I knew that. So I just had to wait. And this is what I was waiting on. I was waiting on turnover. So then one of they top reps who had a sales associate, he quit. He left. So, and I knew that was gonna put pressure on their money because they lost one of their top producers. Now that same guy was under me. So what I did, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. True story. When I saw that he quit, I wrote an email. I timed it to go out at 4 a.m. This is a true story. I timed the email to go out at 4 a.m. And when I wrote it, I said, hey, I've been really giving it all I can. I just don't feel like I can really do this job at the level that other people are doing because they have resources that I don't have. I'm not saying I'm gonna quit, but I'm definitely considering it. My morale is low and I just don't think I'm gonna be able to just stay at this rate too long. What was I doing? I was putting pressure on the regional managers who just lost one of their top reps. And I was saying, you likely finna lose me too. But I never mentioned that guy because I knew they played politics, good old boy shit. I just said, hey, I don't think I can, Guess when my sales associate was approved? By 7 a.m. So when I asked for it, we like him. But when I showed them how I could affect you, I got it. So I had to find another way. So when we looking at the reality of what we going through with the politics of the Dallas Cowboys, we got to find another way. We got to face the reality that is politics in Dallas, and you see people that deserve to be on the roster that's not on the roster, and people that's not on the roster that shouldn't be on the roster. So our goal and desire is still for a championship, and it's easy to lay down from what we see. It would have been easy for me to lay down when a man told me in my face, oh, we giving him that because we like him. So other words, I don't like you. But I didn't lay down. And I still got my sales associate. So we see what it is. So what we gonna do? The first thing I would say, call it out. Call it out. Keep the pressure on front office. Don't be these tap dancing people in the chat that never say nothing about front office. Don't do that. Don't be these content creators that they Johnny Cochran all the time for front office. They never have any critiques for front office. It's crazy. Even though they be just doing all kind of weird stuff right in our face, they never critique them. It's like, bro, like, you don't really want to win, bro. You pandering. You panderers. You pandering to these casual ass fans who just want to feel good. The people that want to win ain't on that type of time. They say what they need to be said because everybody is accountable. Me, the players, front office. But see, something is really wrong with writers and content creators where they heavily point the finger at players, but they never hold front office. I at least would want to see you do both. I would want to see you call out a player. Something is wrong when you got all this energy against Diggs, all this energy against Micah, but you always Johnny Cochran for front office. Some ain't right about that. Something motive-wise is off. That's just too fraud. So, but that's the reality, man. I want to definitely deal with that. That's the reality. We know what the reality is. I'm gonna give y'all another story too on how I was up against some major resistance with my regional management and I had to overcome them. So at this time I was blown. Man, I ain't gonna tell that story, but anyway, I got stories. I'll say that story one day. I'm gonna need it one day. Let me keep going on these Cowboys. But I got some good stories, bro. Like, and my whole thing is we can't quit because we have opposition. We can't fold. You can be frustrated, but don't fold, right? You can call it out. Don't fold. Like, we gotta stay in the fight. We still hoping in a potential Super Bowl. I'm not gonna just say it's over for Brian. Nah, it's possible for Brian. It's just hard as hell for Brian. So one of the things we should do, y'all give me 1 second because I gotta type this out real quick. Because now that we know what he up against, now we know what to do. So I got this from my sister Angie. Her birthday was Saturday. She kicked it all weekend. This is what my sister came up with. This is the campaign we need to get behind. So when we create these hashtags, this is a way for us to speak with one voice. So if you ever say anything against front office, add LetBrianCook to it. Hashtag LetBrianCook. So like for instance, my brother, he said, I'm just showing how we can work together. Booth over Izzy is dirty work. Goofy, just poor roster management. Would have made that perfect if he would have just put hashtag LetBrianCook. Because then what that does is it combines all our voices and opposition against front office into one hashtag. That's what it does. A lot of a lot of our hashtags started to get millions of impressions. We had hater content creators talking about that Keenan Allen ain't gonna work. It's only 5 people doing it. Looked up and it was over 2 million impressions on that thing. While he was hating on it. Hold on real quick. My boy B Bird with a $10 super chat. He said it's copium, boss. Don't criticize the Joneses because they can't change them out. They criticize players because they can be changed out. With change comes hope. Good point. Good point. Copium. it's fire. Man, y'all put some fire with my B Bird, man. Hold on. Let me see if I got my hold on.
Flame.
Oh yeah. I still got it.
Yoga fire. Yoga rain.
That's how they coping. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Cause I can see our fans doing that. Let's attack the players because they can be replaced. But if I attack front office, it makes me feel hopeless. Good point. Good point, man. Fire.
Dracarys.
Fire. Yeah, so let me keep going though, man. And then I'm gonna take some calls today. B Bird, if you can call in, and I want you to call in, definitely plug your channel and all that. Let's talk if you can. I don't know if you're with your family or whatever. So I'm just giving y'all my thoughts and I'm gonna get on the phone. This ain't gonna be a long show. But check this out. It's a couple of things that I'm just peeping from today, right? That's starting to come out. Hey man, also clap it up for my boy Henny. He be just working, man. I just admire how hard my brother works. I admire the hell he working. So he said they saying Solomon Thomas is the starting one tech somehow. And I said, man, I gotta see this, bro. The laws of physics are being played with. The laws of physics. So when I say the laws of physics are being played with, this is what I'm saying. If you look up the definition of physics, it's the natural order of things. If you look up the definition, all right? So we are the team that's electing to try natural 3 techs, but sell that they're going to be 1 techs. The build of a 3 tech, what they do is different. How they generally attack is different. They're different from 3 techs and 1 techs are different. The 1 tech is usually playing over the center. The 3 tech is usually playing over the guards. So we talking about a different mass, a different skill set, everything. But we are saying physics don't matter. We're gonna teach you to hustle, have heart, conditioning, and that's gonna make up for the lack of mass generally in the 3 tech. It's that same philosophy that we saw when they was putting Bell at linebacker. And they was doing it on the goal line. So who are the people on the offensive line that's usually equated to being phone booth players? Maulers. Is it your tackles or your guards and centers? It's your centers and guards. But what y'all trying to sell us on, y'all trying to sell us that these 3 techs go make plays with speed and heart all season. See, they might start fast, but you gotta keep this up all season. You got to be in them trenches getting leaned on, laid on, leaned on, laid on, leaned on, laid on, doubled, leaned on, laid on, leaned on, laid on all season. So you telling me all right. So look, this is my honest thoughts on this. I'm just being honest, y'all. I told y'all on some shows, like, when you tell the truth, sometimes you got to be the bad guy. Because I'd rather tell you early than to watch it happen and knew it was going to happen.
So say good night to the bad guy.
I'd rather tell you now.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
I'd rather be the bad guy and tell you now than to know that this shit go happen and say nothing. So this is my honest gut feeling about this. This 3 tech can play 1 tech plan has a smell like receiver by committee can make up for Dez. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember they were selling us on that? They were selling us, we don't need Dez. Come on. Listen, Dak, he's going to have these guys, he's going to beat them with timing. Beep, 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 beep. They were selling us on that. And I was one of the only few like, no, you need talent at receiver.
Oh, hell no.
You can't just go get anybody.
No, God. No, God, please, no. No. No.
No. No. It's gonna work, boss. You're panicking. Have faith. Have faith. Hearns, he's just as good. Like, no, bro. Yes. Dez is not what he was, but he's better than Hearns. He's better than Cole Beasley. He's still better than Terrence Williams. No, boss. Boss, come on. Be positive, boss. That's what this got a feeling like. I got that same feeling, bro. I'm like, y'all going against the laws of physics. That's exactly what you're doing. Y'all trying to sell us that Solomon Thomas, who's a natural built 3 tech, is gonna hold up against doubles, getting laid on, leaned on, laid on, leaned on, game in, game out. I gotta see that, bro. I gotta see that. And see, he said, we all knew it smelled, but we waited to see it play out. Yeah, that's what we did. That's what we did. That's what we did. We waited. Oh, boss, come on, let's go. Let's wait till it play out. Boss, that's why I don't like your channel. You see, just be positive, boss. See, that's the problem. You negative. That's your problem. See, you be calling out stuff that end up happening. You be the bad guy, boss. That's why I don't like your channel. See, you see your channel is negative. You call out the obvious. That's why I don't like your channel.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
And we end up watching that car accident in slow motion. Now, I really do hope that I'm wrong, bro. I don't want to be right on that. I didn't want to be right on receiver by committee. I didn't. But I was right. I sincerely hope Jay is the 1 out of 10,000. Me and Henny went back to 2016. Every 7th round DT, matter of fact, every 7th round DT within a year was waived or traded. There was not one rookie DT at 1 tech that has worked since 2016. But we over here, Boss Jay is gonna be the exception. I wanna be wrong. See, cause Osa had the fastest start. What happened to him? Man, Osa, as a rookie and his second year, was shot out of a cannon. Bow! Bow! What happened by week 14? Week 13? See, we gotta realize they leaning on you. Game in, game out. Doubles, leaning, laying, grinding, slamming. It's a fight every play in them trenches. You can't avoid it. They coming off the ball to dog you. Game in, game out. Whether you hurt, whether you healthy, you nursing the injury, they don't give a damn. They is still screaming off that ball to demolish you. Game in, game out. And we saying, yeah, Jay, these 3-tech, 1-techs, yeah, that's what to do. It gotta smell. It smelled like receiver by committee. And see, receiver by committee was so ass that we had to give up a first rounder for a dude named Amari who looked like he was washed up with the Raiders. Oh, see, because I remember we was being trolled. I remember before we got Amari, y'all gave up what? So who remember that? Who really? See, Dak rocked out, so people forgot. No, what happened when we first got Amari? It looked like a pure panic. That's how funky receiver by committee was. It stank. And that's what we playing with right now. We over here, let's bet on a rookie. Let's go with the 3-techs. Make them 1-techs. All right. Well, I'm going to be the bad guy. I'm going to say something now. I'm going to say don't do that now. I'm still saying go get the 1-tech.
So say good night to the bad guy.
I'm going to go and be the bad
guy.
Come on. Yeah. Hold on. This is me right here.
You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Be positive.
What'll I make you? Good?
Be
You're
positive.
Not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem.
Nah.
Me, I always tell the truth.
Yeah.
Even when I lie.
That's right.
So say good night to the bad guy.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right. So you gonna have to show me this. And if you show me, I'm gonna say, damn. If you put up 17 games of 3-techs successfully playing the 1-tech, if you put up 17 games of Jay holding up at the 1-tech, I'm gonna openly eat the crow. And I'm gonna enjoy it. See, this is the difference between me and a lot of people. When I eat crow, I like it. A lot of y'all not happy about Diggs because you don't like crow. Eating crow is good when you starving. When you starving for a championship, eat crow. If you deserve it, because that means your team better. It's a whole lot of y'all can't be happy for Diggs because you spent all off season just sucking up the front office and trashing him. He ain't no leader. Diggs lazy. You just made up shit. Just made it up. So now that he back, you can't even celebrate because you don't know how to be happy to eat crow. If I am wrong, I'm going to do a show with a big old ass crow, me with a knife and a fork, and I'm going to be eating it. That 1-tech, 3-tech plan worked. I'm going to be like, whoo, thank God. But I noticed something, man. I noticed something. These 3-tech, 1-techs, man. I noticed something. I think this on the back of White Cotton. Because these are all his guys. This on you. And we all have to be honest and say, is he overbetting on his guys? Has the our guys philosophy crept in because of his former guys? Winfrey was a former Jet. Solomon, a former Jet. So this plan of getting these 3 techs to play 1 text could be, and enough people not talking about this, could be stemming from this guy selling it. Cause see, the difference between this guy and the last guy, Zimmer, he was honest. He was the bad guy. Openly. He openly said, we need noses.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
Are you being deference, sir? Are you potentially in your ego, sir? Where they give you this plan and they say, hey, man, we really don't want the 1 tech position like that. And you say, well, just give me some guys that's willing to have maximum effort, and we're going to have rotation. And with that rotation, we believe those guys playing at maximum effort is going to make up the difference to where we don't need the laws of physics. We don't need you to have a certain weight and a certain strength level. We just need you to be able to play fast and hard. Because I'm going to rotate you, and then when your lungs are burning, and then, I'm going to say, do it again. I believe effort overcomes all. No, I do not believe that. I do not believe that Bell was ever a smart plan for middle linebacker. Just because of the laws of physics, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Stop putting a dude out there that's 200 pounds. They go break their shoulder eventually, bro. Come on, bro. You need a linebacker for middle linebacker that's generally around 230, 240. Yeah. Somebody that has the frame, the body mass to handle the pounding of that position. There's physics involved in football, y'all. Physics. You can't just be like, hey, boss, go get your cornerback ass down there in 1 tech and have some heart. They go separate my shoulder. What happened to Curse? Y'all remember what happened to Curse? See, Curse at first showed all the bravery. Y'all remember that? Curse. Y'all remember how Curse was? And they kept putting him in linebacker. Then they was putting him at middle linebacker. One day Curse got up like this. And he never was the same. Y'all remember that? When they dislocated Curse's shoulder, and he was like, because you got to remember, in them trenches, it's play in, play out, laying on you, leaning on you, doubling on you, play in, play out. See, at corner, you can avoid it. You can take some plays off at corner. You can loaf a little bit. Take a play off in them trenches and see what happens. Take 1 play off. Just be like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go 70%. Try that. Try that. I'm gonna go 70%. I'm tired. Try that. See what my boy Lou say. My boy Lou say they will put you on your ass. That's what Lou say. He ain't lying. Lou is not lying when he said that. Let me see if I got that clip. Let me see if I can find that clip. That boy Lou say they will put you on your. Yeah, he wasn't lying. See, because he's an offensive lineman. He played the position. It's play in, play out, leaning on you, doubling on you, coming off the ball to try to embarrass you in front of your wife, your kids, your mama. play in, play out. All right, hold on real quick. So I'm just peeping it. I'm like, all right, White Cotton. The pattern is these 3-tick, 1-ticks all came from you. So whatever happened, you gonna have to eat it. You gonna have to live with it. If you right, I'm gonna praise you. If you wrong, I gotta say, hey man, you should have spoke up like Zimmer. That's your fault. So this is the last subject before we get on these phones. Brian Schottenheimer called the waiver period a second draft for the Cowboys.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
You got to show me that. Because that is show not how front office move. I think we would definitely, get out the way. I think we would definitely be active to coach. What does that mean? I don't know how many new faces there would be here compared to how many guys we bring back, but we're open for business. You got to show me, man, because Steven, he don't move like that. When have you ever seen us just at this period pick up some wavered guys? When? Well, I'll tell you what. I got some that y'all should be looking at. Let's just talk about a few. This is somebody that Scott brought up before. And let me just say this real quick. That's sad. It's sad when your content creators have a prepared list better than you. Because I heard a content creator, because he was trying to sneak this, my work, on Keenan Allen. He was trying to sneak this and shit. He was like, these guys, they show clips. And if you a scout, you got to watch all these games. Those guys, how do you think that y'all as content creators are smarter than actual scouts?
I think we're actually burying the lead. Hey, OC, how did you know that Parsons was going to be able to rush the passer as well as he did? You're the only person I've ever seen to ever say that Micah Parsons could be a put his hand down guy. So I need that question answered.
Was Brian Broaddus a former scout? Let's watch that again.
I think we're actually burying the lead. Hey, OC, how did you know that Parsons was going to be able to rush the passer as well as he?
You got Brian Broaddus asking the OC, how did you know what the Dallas Cowboys scouts didn't know?
You're the only person I've ever seen to ever say that Micah Parsons.
You are the only person that I've ever seen. But you content creators don't put in the work to where y'all could actually discover talent faster than the Cowboys. That's a damn lie. Sky had this person on his radar 4 weeks ago. And I co-signed it, loved it, like that's a perfect idea, Sky. Because I was like, I love it when they have overstocked rooms. Sometimes some teams have too much talent. Guess which room for the Dallas Cowboys have too much talent right now? Can y'all want to take a guess? Take a guess. It should be obvious, but I'm going to wait. Which room got too much talent right now? Overstocked. I want to see y'all answers. I ain't gonna even say it. I want to see y'all answers. Which room is like overstocked? Just a lot of them. My boy Sin City said wide receiver. Dallas Law said offensive line. Spiffy said edge. I definitely see edge. Absolutely overstocked. Edge, absolutely. Linebacker. Man, that linebacker and edge is overstocked right now. It's a lot of good linebackers. It's a lot of good edges. Those are the two, in my opinion. Those are the two. And I say offensive line too. But who really overstocked? Linebacker and edge. Boy, y'all killing it too. Y'all come in like crazy. I see y'all putting them answers in. I love it. I love it. People participating. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. So when you have deep rooms, right? Sometimes you have talent that get cut. And Scott was on this 4 weeks ago. That's a damn shame when you got a content creator that got a rich pipeline of talent and watching for what ended up happening. He predicted it. Scott predicted it. Yeah, he was like, this dude is low on the depth chart in a good defensive tackle room. Keep an eye on this. And it fucking happened. But you content creators, y'all can't be scouts. Y'all couldn't do the work of scouts. Y'all don't work hard enough. You guys are just, see, when they want to hate on you, they start making up shit on you. But when you truly look at the real work that content creators do, sometimes we outwork and outsee them.
I think we're actually burying the lead. Hey, OC, how did you know that Parsons was going to be able to rush the passer as well as he did? You're the only person I've ever seen to ever say that. You're the only person that I've ever seen to ever say Micah Parsons could be a put his hand down guy. So I need that question answered.
I need you to answer that.
The OC.
I need you to answer that. And now the OC is working with NFL pros right now. Maybe we got some damn skills in the space. Just maybe Scott could be a scout. Just maybe. Not can, is. Can we, shit. Huh? Let's go. Let's go. Maybe you telling me Okoye couldn't be a scout? You telling me Jay Tuck couldn't be a scout? And I'm talking about head scout. These dudes guarantee could be regional scouts, not just frontline grunt working ass scouts. You got Brian Broaddus, a Super Bowl winning scout, asking my co-host, how did you do that? Guess what the OC answer was? I didn't just look at Micah Parsons in college. I went back to his high school. And that's where I saw him playing the edge. Shit. So it looked like the OC just did deeper analysis than the very Dallas Cowboys. So shout out to Sky. Good job on that. And I shared this. This not Sky work. This somebody else work, but it's good analysis. Hold on real quick. Yeah. So it's, y'all go check that out, man. Y'all go check that out. So he say it's gonna be like a draft. That's what you said. You said it's gonna be like a draft, Brian. Okay, show me. Cause there's some talent out here. It's some talent out here. It's some people that if y'all was aggressive, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. It's some people on these waivers. This is my guy. This my guy right here. Man. Listen, Dallas. And look, my girl Courtney, she be keeping up. This is my girl, boy. She be keeping up. She said, boss, I remember him being in your boss show me guy. Yes, he was. My boy Kobe. Yes, Dallas, you can get better if you willing to not fall in love with your guys. Boot should be out of here today for this dude. But I'm also be honest, because I did background intel on him. There's a concern about, and I'm keeping it real. I'm not trying to be right. I'm going to give you the pros and the cons. At weight room. The skills, obvious. Talent, obvious. Work ethic might not be. Just keeping it real. Even though I love this tape. Love, not like love. So let's keep going. Then I'm going to get on the phone. Dallas, you have some opportunities out here on the waivers. We was beating the ground for Damian Martinez. To me, I would have to go watch his film. Hopefully me and Henny get a chance to do that tomorrow, because I do want to look at his preseason before I co-sign him. But I do see some opportunities out here for the Dallas Cowboys, especially CJ. If anyone is that one, it's him. It's him. If anybody help show One Tech Room right now, this guy. Going into year 3, and y'all know what I believe about DTs. Y'all know I preach it takes about 3 years for them to cook. You got one in year 3 in a deep room, Dallas. What you go do? What you go do? All right, let me take some phone calls, man. I'm gonna take some calls. Let me hit this button. I ain't hit this button in a while.
Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
Let's go! Alright, man. We got the phones on. Now, this the deal. I would be shocked if y'all don't call in on cut day. I'd be shocked. But if you don't, y'all know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end the show because I gotta get up early tomorrow. So I'm gonna sit here for only a second more. Oh, I still gotta talk about that Micah Parsons. That might be the most important one. B-Bird, we got you in the house. I'm gonna go ahead and lock these phones, B. I'm gonna lock okay, we got Jabari. I'm gonna go ahead and lock these phones. I'm gonna take only 2 calls today because I forgot to talk about Micah Parsons. You should have called in, being shy. All right, let me go with Jabari first. Jabari,
what's up with it, man?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Like, it was a bunch of like heads that got cut off today. I kind of was shocked about, man. Like I just really feel like these was gonna be the 2 determinators to kind of pretty much show whether Brian Schottenheimer's philosophy of competitive nature and physicality was gonna be true.
Right.
Like, I feel like if Deuce Vaughn made the cut, you know, I was like, okay, because Deuce Vaughn, you know, I feel like Deuce Vaughn throughout the years, you know, we always seen him flash in preseason. And considering the Washington Commanders game last year,
yep,
and especially like even this training camp in this preseason, like he pretty much outplayed Jaden Blue.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? He pretty much outplayed Jaden Blue, and I get Jaden Blue got more upside than a Deuce Vaughn, than a Phil Maffa. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing, but it's a lot of things Jaden Blue got to work on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a lot of things Jaden Blue got to work on.
Yeah.
And then this the one that really like threw me off too though.
What's that?
Easy Mukuamu.
Yeah,
man.
that's the one, bro.
Easy, man. Like I really can't believe Easy got cut, man. Cause like, especially considering all the injuries we got at corner.
Yeah, and he your most versatile player.
Like,
it makes no sense, bro. Why you go cut?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
All the injuries, and he the most versatile, and that's the one you let go.
Exactly, bro. Like, in the coaching staff thing kind of weird to me because people like, you know, the coaches kind of like don't like him and stuff like that. I'm like, well, Al Harris been the coach for, you know what I'm saying, a little bit for some time though, bro. I don't know, did he bump heads with Al Harris or something? Like, did he bump heads with DQ? Like, who was he bumping heads with? You know what I'm saying?
It might have been something to that. It might have been something to that, but
weird, man.
But man, I don't care about it, man. Like, how do you play football, man? All that, man, attitude, man. Shut up, bro. Y'all dealt with Charles Haley. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no damn attitudes. Does he make your team better or not? I ain't trying to hear all that. Let's go with the dude who get bummed on all the time, Booth, because this guy, he's too outspoken. Man, go on with that, bro. I'm trying to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
And look, I got the poll.
Like, it's so
look,
obvious
I told you. Look what the poll say. I told you what the poll was gonna say, bro. 92% is. God damn.
Yeah, bro.
92% easy, bro.
Though, like, what you think about James Houston making the squad? You think they really gonna get James Houston some good reps?
Can you hear my button?
Oh, hell no.
No. Even though they should.
I turned you down a little. I turned you down.
Yeah. Yeah. They should, but he's a bastard. You know, so you know how it's our guys, bro. Our guys. It's the same thing we did to It's the exact same thing we did to Fowler the first time around. It was the exact same thing. Fowler was always better than Armstrong. Always. But who got the most reps? Armstrong.
Armstrong.
But then what's a trip is once both of those guys went to Washington, it flipped.
It turned up. And then Fowler finished top 10 in sacks last year? Like,
Yes, and we had a younger version
That's
of
the most
Fowler.
he had. That's the most he had.
But see, this is the worst part.
He had in like LA.
He had the best ratio on the team, even over Micah Parsons. So his snaps to sacks.
With less snaps.
Yeah, with less snaps. So it just basically meant give him more snaps if you want more production. But we never did because we like to go with our guys, the drafted guys. So when you say, is Houston go play? No. Should he play? Yes.
Right, yeah. I just don't really see it. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get going, man. Get some of these other calls in, bro. I know
good call, bro. Appreciate
your content though, for sure, man.
Oh yeah, you too, man. Share my stuff, bro. We gotta get it out here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, big dog. All right, we got B Bird. I've been waiting for this. That's why I want him to go last. We got B Bird in the house. B Bird. Okay, I unmuted you. Let's rock.
What's up, boss? How you doing, man?
How you doing? Congratulations on your channel, first of all. Please tell people where they can find you.
I'm at B-Bird Cowboy on YouTube and on Twitter. So y'all catch me when y'all can, man. I haven't really been going live. I've been, speaking my mind in a 15 to 20 minute kind of type videos, dropping those things and just seeing where those are. I'm passionate about the Cowboys, but I want to get 6. And just like you, man, I'm not really into the, hey, I'm just real. If they play well, man, this organization's going in the I'm going to have the biggest pom-poms out there.
That's right.
But if they're not making the moves, I'm not going to do that, and I can't do it, man. I can't, because what it is, man, it's psychological, y'all. So when people don't want to talk about the Joneses, don't want to talk about that, it's because they don't want to talk about the given. It's a given, right? Like, they're going to be here. And if I accept that our chances are low when they're here, it makes me kind of hopeless. So I have to say that no, it's not them, it's the players, because the players come and go. We can keep moving them out. It makes me feel good when we, move to another wide receiver, move to another offensive line, move to another. It rejuvenates them. But reality says, man, when you want to troubleshoot something, if a lot of things is happening, I'm in a job where I have to troubleshoot.
Yeah.
And when a lot of different things is happening, the first thing I look at is all these things happening at one time? Is it individual, or is it one thing making all these things happen? Usually that's what it is. It's one thing making all these things happen. And so when people look at, when they want to troubleshoot, okay, why we're not winning, whereas Romo, Dak sucks, Zeke. No, y'all. If it's 30 years of an issue, then you got to figure out who's been there for 30 years.
Right.
And that's just what it is. And that's what my station is, man.
Yeah.
So, and I tell people this all the time. This is me personally, man. God's been good to me in my career. I'm just going to speak my mind. Whoever follows me. I'm not going to say anything for likes, clicks, or whatever. I'm just going to speak my mind, tell you what's on my heart. I've been following this team for a long time, and I want them to do better, man. And so that's what my channel is for, man. Just put out ideas and things of that sort.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say, boss, is that what teams are doing now, if they see a guy that they want to pick up in waivers, they're trading 7th round and 6th round draft picks for him. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
Before the waivers. They've been doing that, and they're saying, hey, people might say, well, why are they doing that? They're going to get waived. Yeah, but now you're in a competition with three or four other teams.
That's right.
To get him. And so I think when you see somebody out there that you like,
go get him.
Man, you say, okay, wait a minute, that guy may not be doing it. Let me go talk to him and say, hey, man, look, how about we give up a 7th round draft pick for him, and then, and if it's somebody that can help you, a 7th round draft pick, I mean, that's nothing to give up, man. Them draft picks don't really mean a lot to me, especially 6th and 7th round draft picks. So
Right.
I think that's where we kind of missing a boat. We could have identified a one tech.
Yep.
And then, kind of went, got him, and gave up a 6th or 7th round pick for him.
Right.
You said something earlier, boss, about 3 techniques playing 1 technique. And let me tell you something. If you have a guy that gives his all, that goes out there every play and plays hard, and I mean, leave blood, sweat, and tears, and he's a 3 tech playing 1 tech.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes against a 320-pound guard that gives his all, that goes out there blood, sweat, and tears, he gonna lose.
That's right.
He's gonna lose every time.
Physics.
So just because that don't mean that the guard ain't got no hustle in him, ain't got no dog in him.
Right.
If it's
just
a
physics.
320-pound dude that got dog in him, and your guy is 6'1", 298, got dog in him, he gonna lose.
He gonna lose.
That's what it is.
It's just physics.
He's gonna lose.
He's gonna lose.
Physics.
It's physics.
Yeah.
It's simple. It really
It's
is.
physics. I don't care how hard you, man. Look here. I can go and train, I can go train all I want to, man, and play with hard dive for balls. I can't be LeBron James.
No.
It's physics.
He gonna dunk on us every time.
I don't care how much. Yeah, he gonna dunk on me every time.
Every time. He gonna do what he want. That's LeBron.
He gonna do what he want. I done trained for a whole year.
Year.
Okay, this is it. Nah, man.
Hell no.
You get killed.
You gonna get killed.
One thing I want to commit. I want to switch up just a little bit and commend you, because this is something that I have been after. My favorite player on the team is Diggs.
Yeah.
But I want to commend you for calling out the BS. To be totally honest with you, you've been on their necks on it, and you've been on everybody else's neck, and put it out there loud and proud, because you should have. Let's go back through this thing, man, because I'm gonna tell you when I think the BS started. I think it started last year when they leaked out that he didn't hit rehab like he should have.
Yes.
Now let me tell you this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he didn't, but I'm gonna tell you what they were doing. Supposedly the Joneses and whoever did the leak was running cover for the rehab team. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Last year.
Yep.
Because I was always skeptical of, because one thing, why would you leak that out on one of your star players?
Right.
That makes no sense. This is a star player. Why are you letting this leak out?
Right.
So then I go to, Okay, this year, and you retweeted my tweet when I said, so this guy here paid for his own rehab because of last year's bad rehab with the Cowboys. He pays out of his pocket, and he comes back earlier, way earlier than everybody else. And what they said he get for that is $500,000 less in his pocket. It's crazy to me.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And so the Joneses were loud and proud at the press conference about Diggs. We told him, and they want to bring all that out. But you ain't gonna hear him say nothing about him coming back early, right?
No.
Nobody's saying anything about the guy coming back early. And that's just the kind of BS that they pull, man. So
straight BS.
Bieber,
hold on. Let's just pause and talk about that for a quick. This is what's crazy. Now what they doing is, well, if he would have been with us, we think he would have been better. It's like, hold on, man.
He's with y'all before.
That's exactly that. And then we go with that. Who's to say that if he would listen, bro? They got a D+ by the NFLPA, and it's not Brent quality. It's they don't have enough people. So he got specialized treatment that he paid out of pocket, where now these people were solely focused on him. But people trying to still suck up the front office, right? Like he would have been maybe ahead of schedule with us. Well, then why is Butler not ahead of schedule? Why is Revel not ahead of schedule? Why? And then somebody tried to challenge me on it. The grafted knee takes longer to recover than the ACL in general. Why can't we just give Diggs his credit?
That's right. Because they already painted him as an enemy, right? And that's just what it is. And we got to give him time. What I would have done, boss, is this. If I'm the front office, I say, okay, Diggs, you're going to do this on your own? Yeah, I'm going to do it on my own. Okay, man. So what we're going to do, we're going to monitor you. We're going to bring somebody. You come in every couple of months. We're going to see about your progress. This is where we think you ought to be at when you get to training camp. If you're there, no problem. If you're behind a lot, then we got an issue with that, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they didn't have to come out. They should, because really, if you really think about it, they really signed him for his preference. His preference of going up to down to Florida rehab instead of doing it there because the results were positive. See, if I'm in the organization, hey man, you can go do that. But as long as you come back with positive results, I don't care what happens. Are you gonna be ready for the season? Yeah, I'm gonna be ready. Hey, you coming back early? Yeah, I'm coming back early. Go do it. I ain't gonna fire you. No, you get the $500. So all I care about you is being here on time.
Right.
I don't care about how you got here on time.
Right. It's about is he a professional or
not?
It's about can you trust him to be a professional or not? And I still kind of see some what the Joneses are coming from, because they all paying their doctors. They did vet their doctors. So it's a hard dilemma. I'm not going to act like it's straightforward. It's hard, right? Because I'm paying these guys who I trust to make sure you right. I don't know your guys. You see what I'm saying? So
correct.
And I could see them finding him as a deterrent so that others don't think like him. You know, it's ugly, but I can understand it. That too. I'm gonna be fair on them as well. You know.
But you gotta say. But guess where I got this from? I got this from Boss Show Me.
Okay.
When you got a D+. You can't be tough, but you gotta come here.
Exactly. No, yeah. Straight up. Yeah. You got a D+, dog.
Then I ain't supposed to be going nowhere.
Yo, exactly. And then your own players, 62% of your own players was like, you don't have enough people.
That's right. So you're not gonna listen to your players. That's their stubbornness again, man.
Yeah, that's stubborn.
So one thing I like to. I know you're gonna go to this, but I like to touch on the Parsons thing. Just give you my take on it.
Sure, let's go.
The only thing Parsons was wrong at is talking to, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. Talking to Jerry Jones about his contract, right? Yeah. He never should have got that. Now I think this is what happened. I think Jerry called him and talked to him about leadership, and then
switched it
to the trap of the contract. He changed it up. And he's a young dude. This is his first time really being in a negotiation, so he ain't know. He said, I guess I don't know. I guess I can talk to him about this and this, that, and other. And then Jerry, and then Jerry tried to pin him down after the lawyer got wind, they're like, wait a minute, hold on, man, you can't talk to this short behind like that, man. It's too much. Because Jerry said something like, I gave him the most guaranteed money. What is it, over 15 years? I mean, what are we talking here?
Hold on, B-Bird, you said that too fast. Slow that down. No, slow that down. Slow down what you just said. Explain that, because that's what people not getting. What you just said.
Yeah. So he said I offer him the most guaranteed money in history for a non-quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, but how many years is this contract?
How many years?
Because it matters, right?
It matters. Yes.
Yeah, you're not saying that.
Right.
And so,
you're not saying that.
Is, man, this is an analogy I'll give you, man. So in my family, and I gave this analogy I think on my show. In my family, man, I do all the negotiations for cars, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you an analogy. So if me and my wife don't go to the dealership and I say, hey baby, look, after you leave work, I'll leave work. We'll meet you at the dealership. I call the dealer. He's got a car out there. I want you to test drive it. So my wife gets there 30 minutes before I do. Test drive the car. I've already talked to the dealer. I told him I was gonna be there. Well, the dealer started telling my wife, hey, yeah, blah blah blah. We can get you in right now for $300 a month for this Mercedes Benz and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And my wife said, man, $300 a month, that's pretty doggone good. And then she said, man, and the dealer said, what you think about that, man? I think that's a good price. Well, I come in, and the dealer said, yeah, man, I think we got a deal, man. It's going to be $300 a month. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, back up. Wait a minute, $300 for how many years? Oh, for 10 years. Wait, whoa, 10 years? What's the interest rate? Oh, I said, man, ain't no deal. Nah, but she said it's a deal.
No, it's not
a
deal.
No, dude, I told you ain't no deal. I'll make the deal. So
right.
Everything y'all discuss, you can hang that up.
Exactly.
Because I already told you I'll make the deal. You try to take advantage of my wife. And so that ain't going to happen. I've already told you that she coming out here to test drive this car. I'll make the deal. Me and you going to talk. I don't know how you think you got a deal over that. So anything y'all discuss, you can tear that up. You can get mad if you want to, but you can tear it up. And so that's the analogy I would give you because
perfect analogy.
My wife may have talked to the guy, but it ain't solid. I don't want to make the deal.
That's right.
And the guy knew that I was supposed to make the deal because me and him had the conversation. So Jerry knows that you go through an agent. I don't know why he's doing this right now. Jerry knows
he's trying to get over on Michael.
I don't understand.
That's because he's trying to get over on Michael. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
And he's fighting this thing in the public, man. Because what do you think about this, though, boss?
Yeah.
Micah ain't Dak. Micah ain't CD. And sometimes, man, these dudes take this stuff personal, man. And people don't understand. People think that, oh, he got his money now, he good. Sometimes dudes ain't good after that, man. And so what do you think about that? Say you do come to a contract agreement. Do you think it's some lingering things that go on from this?
It should be. I was saying this in the barbershop today.
I think so, too.
I'm going to tell you why.
I think so, too.
When you box Jerry in the public, it turns the fans against the players. It also makes you unmarketable to sponsors because they're going to poll test the public before they give you a deal. Why would Pepsi want to do a deal with you when now 70% of the fans don't like you? Why would now Frito-Lay want to do a deal with Zeke when half the fans is now saying Zeke who, but then a year before you box Jerry, they was doing a feed me? Why would now Coca-Cola want to do deals with Dak with now 70% of the fans saying he a greedy mofo? You see what I'm saying? So, when you box Jerry, it's not even just the personal. You also mess with my money. You see what I'm saying? Dak is not even getting as many endorsement deals as he was getting when he was a rookie. How is that possible? It's because those fights soured the fans on Dak. And he can't cash in like he used to. Hell yeah, I'll be sour. So
do you remember the contentious negotiation between T.J. Watt and the general manager from Pittsburgh? Do you remember that?
I don't. You got to educate me on that.
I don't either. So what I'm trying to say is,
good when you set that up perfect.
Yeah, I set it up. Yeah.
That was a good setup.
But let me tell you.
He said, I don't need it.
Let me tell you why, man.
Because they don't do this shit. Good one, B-Bird. Good one. That was
thank you, man. Thank you.
He said, I don't need it.
So you think about a GM, man. So a GM, he still has to have relationships with the players. because his job depends on it.
Right.
And I always go back to this, y'all. I'm sorry I have to. But Jerry takes liberties because he's the only GM. He can't get fired. So that's why he goes publicly against these guys. Another GM could not do that against his franchise quarterback. Man, he is tied to the hip with his franchise quarterback.
Right.
So if he does him bad and runs him off or something like that, or puts him in if he's holding out, you losing games, that's on the GM. You lose your job.
Right.
And so what the GM has, that's why most GMs go to a franchise quarterback hat in hand and basically say, hey, bro, how much you want, man? That's what they did to Trevor Lawrence. You ain't hear nothing about that with Trevor Lawrence. GMs go to them and say, hey, man, look, what we looking at? We're looking at $50,000. Okay, let's just go and get the thing done. Sign the contract and go. Because, man, those guys still want to keep their jobs. I tell everybody, they stay in a gated community, these GMs. Their wife don't work. Their kids go to college. They ain't got grants or student loans. They're paying out of pocket. Their elementary school kids go to private schools. If they don't win, they lose all that stuff. They are motivated to get the best team on the field, man, because they have to keep their jobs.
That's right.
The biggest problem with the Cowboys is that Jerry does not have to keep his job. Why do you think he goes at these players like this? Because he has no repercussion behind him.
None.
And so he goes at our players like this. Man, look here. People say, well, what if he the bad part about it is suppose Parsons doesn't get a contract signed, so he plays through this year. Jerry say, hey, I can franchise him. The franchise tag is the worst thing a GM could ever use. And that's why we're the only ones that ever really use it. The reason why is because everybody probably knows this, and I know you know it. It counts dollar for dollar. Suppose you got to pay Micah $35 million next year. Well, you can't pay him the bonus money and deferred money and then have him salaries only be $13 million like you would on long term.
That's right.
You have to pay him $35 million. Well, what does that say for Bland? You know what I'm saying? What does that say for Tyler Smith's contract?
Kills it.
So now you're playing with those guys.
Right.
Yeah, and now you can't sign guys because you're trying to prove something to this guy.
That's right.
But I thought it was trying to win football games.
No.
I thought we was trying to feel, and what I said earlier, man, is that it's hard when you have a guy like Howie Roseman down there. I want everybody to understand this. A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Devontae Smith, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Last year only counted $33 million against the cap because they pushing all their big money down the line.
That's right.
Because in 2029 it's all going to hit. But people say, yeah, they're going to pay for it in 2029. Dude, they might have three championships by then. Who gives a damn?
That's right.
What that dude's saying is my window is now. I have this running back in his prime. I got these wide receivers in their prime, my offensive line, I got everything in the prime. So I'm trying to add to this team right now so we can win right now. It's hard when Shotty has to go against that type of stuff. It's hard for him to win when your front office isn't working for you like that.
Yeah.
Roseman is trying to give that coach everything you need. What else you need, buddy? I'm giving you stuff you don't even need.
Let's get you guys in here because all the Philly players are signed in April. They don't go through these disputes. You know,
That's right. That's right. When the last time you heard them go through a contract dispute?
Yeah, I ain't never heard.
It was probably a defensive end that they had a couple of years ago. Then they shipped him off and they got somebody else in. They signed their guys early because when camp starts, it's all about football, man.
That's right.
That's why I want them to get Micah Parsons signed so it could be all about football. We ain't got to worry about this other stuff, man.
Let you just bridge me perfectly to my last point. Let me go ahead and get to it, B-Bird.
Hey, man, I appreciate I want to tell you, I appreciate the show, man. Everything you've been an inspiration to me too, brother. I just want to just tell you thank you for everything you do, man. I'm going to keep on listening out there, man.
Okay, cool, man. So y'all support B-Bird. As you can see, it's already say subscribed. So I've already subscribed. This is that guy that you just heard. This is his channel, B.Bird Cowboys. Y'all support him. And I've been saying this, man. It's the character. It's the person that's willing to say what needs to be said. It's not enough people. He's not a bad guy. He loves the Cowboys. He's just one of the people that also go hold front office accountable and the players and the training staff. Everybody gets it, not just one. It's too many content creators. They love to point their fingers at players. They have a righteous indignation when they talking about Micah. Oh, they be so mad when they talking about Dak. But when they come to front office, they softer than marshmallows. So y'all subscribe to this man. Even if he not doing a lot of content, when he goes, he gonna tell you the truth. That's all I care about. But he did bridge me into my final point. And I'm gonna talk about a couple of different angles on this. This is what B-Bird was talking about in terms of it not being fair for Brian. Y'all stay with me, okay? Cowboys coach Brian Schottenheimer on Micah Parsons. We want him out there as soon as possible. Hold on real quick. This is my last point. I want to change the vibe because it's my last point. He said the best way to get good at football is to play football. This is the big point that too many people missing. There will be a ramp up program for him. What is that saying? That's saying he missed so much training camp that we would be actually taking too big of a risk to just throw him out there. So because of this fight that Jerry is having with the agent, and see, some people on this like, hey, I'm with Jerry, I'm with David, I'm with Micah. Listen, you should be for the Cowboys. And if you for the Cowboys, you gotta say and see it for how it is. The problem right now, truly, is Jerry is still trying to run that Tex Schramm strategy, where he thinks he gets leverage because the first person to call loses leverage. He really believes that. That's why when he was on a show with the playmaker, Michael Irvin, he said, can you tell Michael to call me? Because he know how to solve these deals. I played the clip the other day. Let me pull it right now. He know how to get this done. He know exactly how to get this done. He say what you got to do is you got to go into the areas of disagreement. That's exactly what Jerry said. I'm gonna show you. My name is Boss Show Me. I show you. See, some people talk and that's all they do is talk. They give opinions. They don't show you shit. I'm gonna show you. This is exactly what Jerry said in terms of when dealing with
Mr. Jones, Darren.
Listen. Watch this.
So can you talk a little bit about where you are with Lawrence and why it's not just as easy to this thing's done now?
Yes. We all understand that in a negotiation, both parties can really want to get it done. They've just got to go into the area where they have some disagreements. Usually it's about the amount of money or the time that you're talking about, issues like that. Some disagreements. Usually
See, he telling you he know how to solve it. Yeah, when you in these negotiations with this agent, Mike, or anybody, you got to go right into the area of disagreement. And notice he said usually it's about the money or the time. But when he was doing his tour, he was focusing on, I offered him the most guarantee. But see, he never focused on the time. They finally started the leaks of the time. The time's supposed to be around 5 years. Well, let me help y'all. That's a damn bad deal. It's not just the guarantee, it's the time that's a bad deal. That's what makes it a bad deal. When your counterparts are getting 3 years and 4 year deals and you offer me a 5, you're trying to take my whole youth. So let me get, and it makes it harder for me to get my third contract. It makes it harder because I'm older. Let me give you a perfect example for those who don't get it. Take it easy on my back because I'm finna explain it. Take it easy.
Take it easy on my back.
Because I'm finna explain it. The person who was smart enough to recognize that was Dak. Notice the history of the Dallas Cowboys' biggest contracts. They always get over on their best players with long-term contracts. Romo had a 6-year. Dez had a 5. Tyron had an 8. These are the best. Fredericks had a 6. Zach Martin had a 6. All of their counterparts had 4s. Tank had a 5. Jalen Smith had a 6. Lyle Collins had a 5. Zeke had a 6. Amari even had a 5. Guess who was like, hell no? Dak.
Oh, hell no.
Why was that smart though? Why was it smart? Because Dak just got his 3rd contract. Let's really go through this. Let's think about it. What if Dak had a 5? Think about it. What if Dak had a 5? See, because Dak fought for having 4 like a damn man, he didn't get ripped. Why? Because in year 4, he was the 2nd runner-up to MVP with better numbers than the MVP. So it gave him leverage to get the 3rd contract. If he would have had just 1 more year, he would have been injured and on a down year. You don't think Jerry would have whooped his ass with that? That's why smart players get 4 or 3-year contracts. They don't want them long-term contracts. You are playing with my youth in a violent game. And there's too many people out here that talk stupid when it comes down to the real truth of these contracts and these fights. They sucking up to Jerry. You a bunch of suck-up ass content creators and writers. You suck-ups. Instead of talking about how 1 year can make all the difference in a lifetime of lotto money. You better use your damn brain and stop sucking up to these boys. If you really being true to the Cowboys, you want what's best for all parties. Hold on real quick. My boy Keystone said, we know Jerry still want them prime years for the low. I don't know why people don't get that, Key. I don't know why people don't get that, Key. That's the why people don't get that. He out here fast talking to everybody and they falling for it. I'm Team Jerry. I'm Team Jerry. He offered him the most guaranteed in the 5-year window. Then this is also why that's bad. It's bad because I showed y'all the other day that the cap had been rising around $25 million per year. So if you go with a 5-year, you're not going to be able to get into the new market until the cap has risen 125, but you're going to be older. The secret power to Micah Parsons is that elite athleticism. The best thing for him is a 3 or 4 year contract. And then TJ Watt got a 3-year contract. And then our goofy ass content creators just focusing on the guarantee. That's just because your ass is lazy and you don't think. So then you go out here and put out all this bad information and you turn the crowd against your best players. And Jerry himself said, I know how to get the deal done. I know how to go into the areas of disagreement. That's how you get it done. But now he acting like he can't do that with the agent. He told you out his mouth and you still don't do it.
So can you talk a little bit about where you are with Lawrence and why it's not just as easy to, this thing's done now?
Yes. We all understand that in a negotiation, both parties can really want to get it done. They've just got to go into the area where they have some disagreements. Usually it's about the amount of money or the time that you're talking about, issues like that. Some disagreements. Usually it's about the amount of money or the time that you're talking about, issues like that. Some disagreements. Usually it's about the amount of money or the time.
But guess what he putting out there? Guess what he putting out there though? What is he putting out? I offered him the most guaranteed. He ain't talking about that time. Because guess what? People like me gonna be like, 5 years? Why would he take that? His counterpart's getting 3 and 4. He younger than them and getting 3 and 4s. That don't make sense. Why would he do that? Why would he prevent himself into getting into the new rising cap? Why would he do that? Why would he take that risk? Nah. That's a bad deal. But see, B-Bird got it. He said, you offered a lot of guarantee in a lot of years. You left that part out. But the public fell for it. That's why you need true independent channels. You need true people who understand this and will break this down. Because if you don't, you will be lied to. And to B-Bird point, guess who's suffering? The team. So because Jerry, who knows how to get this done, because he said just go into the areas of disagreement. That's how you get it done. But he's waiting on his phone to ring, playing this text ram game of the first person who calls loses leverage. Now guess who's suffering? Yeah. Your Cowboys. Your most athletic player is now forced to be ramped up because the clock has expired of him having the physical practices to get him ready. So even if you wanted the best Micah Parsons, at this point, you not go get him. Even Brian Schottenheimer is saying that. So as I started with the show, sometimes you got to tell people the truth and be the bad guy. It's just part of being a true independent content creator with integrity. Sometimes you have to be the bad guy and you have to really explain it.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
So your Dallas Cowboys going against Philly is not going to be at his best. Just know that going into it. I also know going into it that we don't have a culture of competition. We don't. Izzy showed you that. It's not about the best players. It's not. It's not about compete every day. It's not. You not gonna ever sell me that Boot should have been on this team and Israel should not be on this team. We also need to know that they being very aggressive with this 3-tech, 1-tech plan. It has a smell of receiver by committee. But even with all those obstacles, we got to stay diligent as fans. Sometimes the most loyal thing you can do is be the bad guy. Is be the person that call out the wee-woo and the bullshit.
So say good night to the bad guy.
Sometimes you got to be that person. Sometimes, go on. Sometimes you got to be that person.
You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. What'll I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.